Welcome to Statesboro, Georgia, and what many refer to as the prettiest little stadium in America and home to the Georgia Southern Eagles. But trust me, it can get a little ugly if you come in here and you're not an Eagle. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Raging Cajuns will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Georgia Southern's offense takes the field. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all, Palmer.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the big fella. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Georgia Southern in a hurry. They'll throw it on first down. He's got it. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the catch. It's Johnson.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They're going to throw it again. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
7, Louisiana, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Louisiana's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Both of these defenses, David, anchored by star middle backers.
I mean, they're just stars right in the middle of the defense. You'll see them go sideline to sideline, and they will make plays all over the field.
Yeah, these guys are the heart and souls of their defense. They're the leaders. Everybody looks up to them. They're constantly making plays.
Snagged on the outside, it's Bishop. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Gives it to the back on the draw. Kept it on the ground on third down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1.
On to kick it away.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Going up top on first down. Hauls it in. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on second down for this offense. Off play action. Throws to the tight end. Oh, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB and trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Eagles. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
Louisiana, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. To the air on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. pocket's and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Look at the big fella roll. Touchdown, Eagles. And the defense doing work. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go over the offense, be like, bro, we don't need to do that. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Navy. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's moving out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Got a man, it's Hurley. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On second down, they'll take to the air. Snags it over the middle. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. And the Raging Cajuns in the hurry-up. He'll come out throwing on first down. And the quarterback is snowed under. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, Louisiana.
On second down, looking again to throw. He's going to take off. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll try to get the first through the air. Dances away again. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good.
The kick is good.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be dragged down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Raging Cajuns headed quickly to the line.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Raging Cajuns will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. We might have to do this one again.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Raging Cajuns are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Raging Cajuns have moved it inside the 20. He'll throw on third down. Going for 6. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
Number 3.
Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Louisiana.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On second down, just keeps firing. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
So frustrating as a defense because you got the offense in third down. You're in a situation now where you can get off the field if somebody just makes a play, but you let the quarterback escape. And then beyond all that, you can't even get a good hit on him because he slides to protect himself.
Second down coming up.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's complete. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
It's caught. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll try to slam it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by a field goal over Texas Tech. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This offense has a second down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes a connection. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands.
Defense.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Coming after it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. He wants to throw here on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Hurley. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Raging Cajuns racing to the line in a hurry up. And he's just going to spike it. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown! Touchdown, Cajuns!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up for the PAT. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Louisiana.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger.